Hope I didn't mess up nothing. Damn. YouTube be messing up my videos. What up, people? Just had to make sure that they didn't try to cut in with some bullshit signals. So I hope I didn't mess nothing up. What's up with y'all, though? You still haven't notified y'all yet? Who that? Moniel Alexis, what up? Summer Breeze, what's cracking? Summer Breeze, Anna Puma, what up? Night Like Sun, who's that? Canadian Kush, I like that name. What up, Willie Will? Rice, Scotty Saturn, now y'all starting to roll in. Brandon Williams, Hood Politics, Entertainment, Sekmet Ankh, Emmanuel Townsend, Will Page, what is that? Sketch. Man, y'all coming in fast. What up, y'all? Daryl Harris, Ashley Banks, Shelba Zone. Is that Shelbo Zone? Is that it? Preston Johnson, Christopher Clark. That girl, Ralph McCoy? What up? See, y'all come in and then the screen fades out, so then I can't see y'all no more. Oh, there we go. Charles Hall says, Divine Goddess, is that it? I thought Solar Sust? Man, I tried to read it before it faded out, man. Sorry. If I don't get y'all, sorry. What up, Miss Jeannie? That is Michelle. I checked your page out, Michelle. Looking all professional and whatnot on your YouTube page. I mess with you, girl. I see you, Michelle. But come on in, y'all. What's up, everybody? Kissed by the Sun, what up? What's that? True Food? Is that it? London Show, what up? What is that? Dundra Watson, Chad Wells. That Ashley Banks, what up, girl? Everybody go check out Miss Jeannie's YouTube page. Go check out Miss Jeannie. She dropping some science on that page. Miss Jeannie, Jeannie. Miss Jeannie. Go check out Miss Jeannie's page, y'all. What up, everybody? So, quick announcement. If you guys ordered your book package, man, y'all have no idea what hell it was trying to get these goddamn cards made. Because they had to be specially made, and then the product, they're in a product crisis right now of a lot of things, as you probably might know. This is why inflation is so high, but plastic is one of them. So even Vista Print ran out of a lot of plastic. It's crazy. When Vista Print run out of plastic, you know there's some bullshit going on. So it was a hard time getting these cards made, but they came in literally just yesterday. So we got them in. If you ordered a package and you pre-ordered the liability notice, this is the cupcake exemption liability notice. If you ordered this on the pre-order, your books, your whole package will go out Monday. All right, everybody. So don't be hitting me up with my package at and all this and that, because I told you the stuff wasn't here, and I've sent you guys messages to say if you're willing to wait. Most of y'all said yeah, and if y'all didn't, I didn't see the email, so sorry. But so you will, all the packages will be going out on Monday if you pre-ordered because you wanted the notice for free. So this is what it comes with. This is the card, and it's hard. So it comes in this because you don't want anybody to take it and tear it up. So it comes in the hard card form, as well as the notice. And then also the notice in the back has a place for your signature, because you guys, if you don't understand why you should sign your documents, you need to get into this law class. But everything that you submit legally should be signed with your name right there. Bam. All right. It also has a place on the back of the card for you to sign as well. You guys can see that it says employee, or independent contractor. So if you're employee or independent contractor, and your job wants to try to put in these mandates, because that's coming. You guys don't see that. You see in California, they're trying to put in that 12-year-olds, they're trying to put the age for 12-year-olds to consent to the cupcake at 12 without the parents' knowledge, and they're trying to be able to turn over parents' or children's medical information at school without the parents' knowledge to a third party. So all of these mandates and all of these policies are still being implemented, whether you think you on cruise control or not, because the cat dog cat just came out, and on the surface they told you basically that the Boogie V now is just basically like the flu, and you just got to live with it. You know, you don't need the distance, you don't need the quarantine and all that. So everybody's like, oh yeah, we good now, everybody. Yeah, you know, you're not good, because the politicians on the back end, on the low, are submitting and making these bills to submit for laws, while y'all niggas are sitting up here chilling and diving into diving into the water at the beach. These niggas is making the final plans to put the clamp down on you. So this basically tells them how they're in liability if they try to make you get the cupcake. It has all of the adverse effects that has happened from, and this is from the cat dog cat. We got all of these statistics from the cat dog cat, so nobody can argue with you. And then it comes with this. Can y'all see that in the thing right there? This is the P.F. Heiser Bakery report that was released. This is not all of it. That shit would be too huge to give it to you all. This is like 7 pages of it though. And right in here, it releases what happened in P.F. Heiser Bakery's their clinical trials that they didn't release to the public, that they wanted to keep hidden for 75 years, but the court said, no, you got to release this. And then it came out, and it shows all the people who kicked the bucket when they gave them the trial. 1,223 people kicked the bucket, most of them within the first 3 days, 3 to 4 days. So you can show this to them, and then in the back, it has 3 pages of the adverse effects. Just 3 full pages. That's all you need. It's actually, the whole thing is 9 pages if I were to put it in there. But all you need is 3, because there's like 250 adverse effects per page. So all you need is that to show them. You submit all of this if your employer tries to make you get a cupcake, and you show him how it's illegal and unlawful for them to make you get that, and boom. So again, now we have them in. You can go, it's on the website at knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you want to order this just by itself. If you want it for free, only for this weekend, I'll still offer it. If you go to the Reelnagas.com and order the Great Book of Melanin Research, I'll put this in the package put the whole police stop law package in there if you order the hard copy Great Book of Melanin Research. But that's only for today and tomorrow. After that, it's over. You have to go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and get this as well. You guys don't know, we have we also redid the religious exemption card. We redid this one. I told you last week how North Shore University lost a lawsuit against their employees because they didn't allow them the religious exemption. And they went and when they submitted their paperwork, their charge was that from the released documents from the P.F. Heiser Bakery, there was fetal cell or aborted fetal cells used in the cupcake. And if you are religious, if you are against abortions, then that goes against your religious beliefs. So we put that in there, that it had aborted fetal in the cupcake. And so now they can't deny it. It's been released in a P.F. Heiser Bakery report. Now, what they gonna say? I'm a pro-lifer. I'm pro-life. Even though, no matter if you are or you're not, who gives a shit? To your employer, you pro-life, you understand? So, or, if that's the way you want to go, but it's in here if you have a problem with them using the fetal cells in the cupcake, you can now submit that, and then you can get off. And then you'll be able to show, because I put it also, it's also in here how that university lost their lawsuit for $10.3 million. So they can try to charge you if they want, they can go after you if they want, however, they're gonna lose. So that's all available now on knowyourrightsfoundation.org website. Go ahead and check that out, everybody. As well as the police stop law packages. All right. So also, you guys, I did a Naga Nerds on the Avatar, The Last Airbender. I did that last week. So if you hadn't signed up for the Naga Nerds channel, you didn't check, you didn't see it, you didn't get notified, but the new episode is on there right now. Go check it out. I'm breaking off a whole bunch of stuff, as well as including how the Avatar, the show, correlates to the Shriners. The Shriners. That's right. The niggas with the fezzes who copying the Moors. Man, the Avatar is breaking off so much information. Y'all have to understand it is one of the dopest shows. But I'm not putting it on this channel. The Naga Nerds is only for my nerd people. So you're going over there to the Naga Nerds channel. Click on and watch that episode. And then get your nerd on, your Avatar nerd on. And Avatar is better than Dragon Ball Z. I don't give a shit what you niggas say. I done told y'all. Way better than Dragon Ball Z. But you got to go check out my episode to see why I break it down. All right. Everybody, make sure you also go check out TimmyTightTopWeeJuice.com, OUIJuice.com. Make sure y'all don't drink up my surprisingly sweet, but that's WeeJuice.com, OUIJuice.com. All right, here we go. So last week I did the thing on the white slavery versus black slavery, right? And I covered this I covered this in my documentaries. So I really wasn't trying to delve deep into the information because I've covered it deeply in many of the documentaries. But apparently some people was expecting me to do some deep dive into slavery, history of slavery, while I'm doing this live stream, which I said I wasn't going to do. Now, any of you niggas want to talk crazy and leave comments, because I usually don't read negative comments, just so you know. You niggas, if you leave me a negative comment, you're only pissing yourself off, because most of the time I don't read them. Sometime, no, because I'm a dragon more, I may have the time. I may have the time. And I read maybe one or two that was talking crazy. My information about slavery was surfaced. He doesn't know about Sheik Anta Diop. And Dr. Ben, oh, I don't. Motherfuckers, I'm old enough to have gone to fucking their lectures, nigga. Are you? Sit up here and tell me what the fuck I know. I done forgotten more about history than you motherfuckers ever learned. For real. So I'm not trying to do no full breakdown. However, any one of you niggas challenging me, don't leave no motherfucking comment on my page unless you leave a link to a fucking video where you breaking it down better. Where your shit at? Because all I see is you niggas on my channel watching my shit. If I'm not doing it right, nigga, get the fuck out and go do your own shit. I don't give a nigga, trust me, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Y'all niggas fucking with the wrong nigga. I'm not looking for your approval, your praise, or nothing, nigga. I'm here to give this information and get the fuck on. I'm not here to care about what you think about it. Period. That's it. So, unless you leaving a link to your page, most of you niggas who be leaving comments got 1 subscriber and y'all shit. Nigga, you don't think I'll be checking that shit out, nigga? I'm a motherfucking warrior, nigga. Most of the time, you better be glad I'm in Phoenix mode, because most of the time, I'll motherfucking blaze you and send niggas to your page to fuck you off. If I was gangster about that shit like I used to be, you better be glad I'm nice right now. Shit. Motherfucking 1 subscriber niggas talking crazy, nigga. Where your motherfucking knowledge at? If you if you so goddamn knowledgeable, nigga, where your goddamn mission to fucking enlighten your people, nigga? Where it at? Shut the fuck up. Get the hell out of my goddamn page talking crazy. Shit, nigga, you lost your damn mind. Because you want to leave one and you don't leave a link. Next time you leave a fucked up comment and you don't leave a link, next time I do a live stream, I'm going to blaze you and let everybody know who the fuck your ass is. Then let's see where your motherfucking, how your shit is hanging. Balls or ovaries. Whoever the fuck want a gangster off. Nigga, I'll pull my fucking sword out, my saber out and blaze all you niggas. I'm Darth Vader, bitch. Y'all niggas fuck with the wrong nigga. Now, I done handled them bitch ass niggas. How the rest of y'all doing? What's poppin'? So, the zombie apocalypse is coming, my niggas. This shit is going down. These niggas is popping off, and it got something to do with the nickel G. We was right all along. Now, I can't talk too much on it because these niggas done deciphered all of the lingo about that. So basically, did y'all hear about the Marburg Boogie V? Did y'all hear about that? There's a new Boogie V called Marburg. Go look it up. Just came out. It was in Ghana. Now this is solely supposed to be in Africa. This Boogie V. It's a hemorrhagic Boogie V. If y'all don't know what it is, it's the same thing as like Ebola. So like with Ebola, if you guys don't know what Ebola does, Ebola goes inside and basically like liquefies your organs and shit. Shit's crazy. And basically, so you'll like bleed from your ears and like all your orifices. You'll bleed from your nose, your eyes, your ears. So that's what this Boogie V does. It makes you do. Now you can go pop it up. If you guys have been on Real World News in the Telegram page, like I told you, you would have seen the report in Africa that talked about it. So now, these doctors, though, on there, they broke off how they took in this monkey pee, in the monkey pee cupcake, they took a little bit of this and they embedded it in the lipid, in the nanoparticles that goes into they call lipo or lipid nanoparticles. So like fat soluble, they embed into your fat cells. And so these lipid nanoparticles have a time release for these particles of this Marburg shit, right? Now this is allegedly by reported from doctors. So it's time release. Basically how they plan on releasing it is through the nickel the nickel gangster, the nickel G, right? How they're gonna do it is they talked about it's going. Oh, who was that? Oh, Colleen. Appreciate you. So how they're gonna do it is in 18 gigahertz. So it's gonna be an 18 gigahertz burst of energy pulsing. So how they broke it down, they said it was 18 gigahertz of pulse released 3 times. So released like in intervals, in different intervals, 3-minute intervals. So they'll do it. They'll do a 1-minute interval of 18 gigahertz of pulse. Then they'll stop. Then they'll wait a little bit. Then they'll release another pulse, 18 gigahertz, for about a certain amount of time. I think it's 1 to 3 minutes. Then they'll stop. Then they're gonna do it again. So it's 3 different times. On the third pulse, that's when that will activate it within the lipo nanoparticle within the cell. And so what they said was what they put was this Boogie V, it goes in and it takes away a certain protein that's responsible for your frontal lobe, that's responsible for your common sense, your thinking, your common consciousness, and it also it has your propensity to bite. It says it also gives you a propensity to bite. That's what this shit said. So this protein that we have in our frontal cortex, it's basically responsible for our consciousness being able to make sense of things. So basically, when this is gone, that's why you see a lot of people walking around a lot. And they just looking like they out of it. And then it also releases once this protein is eaten up, it releases some type of chemical that gives a propensity to bite. This is what this doctor said. Now I'm going to release that video. Now you got to go to Telegram to see these doctors, man. These doctors are all on there, and these are real doctors, like doctors who've been in the game for 30 years experience, just breaking off all of this information. So that was in Real World News, but I'm going to put the link after this video. I'm going to put that in there, and it's about the Marburg. And so nobody's heard about that, but there was a news report on the Marburg, and so you haven't heard anything about this. But on the cat and all these different agencies, they have policies getting people prepared for a zombie apocalypse. Why is that? Not just the cat, dog, cat. The cat, dog, cat had, though, they have a fucking link, a page that says what to do in a zombie apocalypse. Why do they got that? Why do all the other agencies also have what to do? And they tried to make it seem like it's a joke. Because when everybody start going to the page, they be like, oh, snap, why you got the zombie apocalypse page up here? Cat, dog, cat? Oh, no, it's just a joke. It's a comic. You know, we're just playing, man. Don't worry about it, bro. No. They have to tell you. Do y'all understand? They have to tell you because then it releases a lot of that karma. So they don't say, it doesn't say, the universal law doesn't say how they have to tell you. They can joke about it. They can make it seem like it's some bullshit. It's up to you to go do the research because you're God. No one is responsible for what happens to you but you. So if you don't do your research and you listen to them and take some bullshit that fucks up your shit, whose fault is that? No one making you do it. Even though you say, I got external pressures and all this and that. There's a lot of people who had them external pressures and they said, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Them people down at the north, those people at North Shore University, they all got fired. The people who got fired are getting the most amount of money. The people who took it, they even got money. So basically, if the university made people, so if you presented a religious exemption and they denied your religious exemption and you had to get the cupcake anyway, those people are still getting paid too. So people who were denied their religious exemption and the people who got it, so you could have stood on your square and said, fuck that. You could have stood on your square and said, fuck that, I'm not taking it. So you can't blame nobody. You can't blame nobody for that. But this is the bullshit that's going down. This is when you start seeing motherfucking niggas that turn you and start looking at your ass and you look like a Happy Meal. Like, damn, nigga. Hey, can I get some barbecue sauce real quick, my nigga? Hey, nigga, why your leg look so good? Let me... You pour a little barbecue sauce on your leg, nigga. Hey, nigga, what's that? Back up, nigga. Hold up, nigga. You better start watching out who you around. If they start niggas staring at you for more than about 3 seconds, you might be looking like a Happy Meal. I'm just saying. But takes away your ability to think consciously and gives a propensity to bite. That's what he said. Those are the words. Propensity to bite. So, hey, watch out who y'all niggas is next to. That's all I'm saying. Then, the Nickel G. Then after Nickel G, do you know, in Florida, this will show you how crazy this is. In Florida, they implemented Nickel G everywhere in Florida, except the area where Donald Trump lives and Bill Gates. Wait a minute. We got Nickel G around this whole state. But the only 2 places that don't have Nickel G is where Bill Gates and Donald Trump live. That ain't suspicious. Okay. They with that bullshit. So when that 18 gigahertz pulse start going out, and boom, boom, they want to make sure nobody around them start kicking in doors, start biting necks, biting legs and shit. They want to make sure they good. I'm telling you. Let me see if I got the book. Oh man, I had this book. I'm sorry, I had this book I was gonna show y'all. It's not over there. Damn. But man, I was gonna tell y'all about this book about breaking down about something about zombies, but y'all do know how zombie is. They taken zombie to mean something else. Zombie means a conscious god, a serpent. A zombie was a serpent, which meant enlightenment, and they flipped it to meaning some evil shit. But the zombie apocalypse is at hand. Get your pumps. Get you some nunchucks. Get you some get you whatever. Also, to block it, y'all remember y'all should have these already. These are orgone pyramids. This converts that energy. This right here, this is shungite. So most of these are made with resin, gold, different types of different types of crystals. So they transmute energy. They take in negative energy frequencies and they transmute them into positive frequency or positive energy. Especially this shungite pyramid right here. This shungite pyramid. So this one is sick. You can get these off of Amazon. This is a huge one. I got a small one. Right here. And I keep both of these. You see that with the Metatron. You should always keep things with symbols. This symbol right here represents every geometric shape in existence in physical matter. That's called the Metatron's cube. So right there, but boom. And I got about 10 of these. Set them up. Make sure you get them. You set them up around your crib. I told you I got. Oh, this is another joint. This is my beautiful babies right here. Get you some orgonite pyramids and start setting up a grid around your house to start blocking these frequencies, because when they start releasing that pulse, you want that to be blocked, or you want that energy to come in and to be transmuted into something positive. So y'all better start doing your work. Make sure you get your tuning forks as well. We talked about this. This is also transmutes vibration and energy in your house. You got to start fighting back. If they're going to start doing this bullshit, then you need to use your tools to be able to fight back. So tuning forks, your sound bowls, orgonite pyramids. Man, start getting this is your science. They're trying to take your science and use it for negative shit. You take your science and use it for the positive shit and counteract all that bullshit. So when they start releasing that pulse in your neighborhood, be ready. I'm just saying, be ready. Start looking for niggas who are looking at niggas like Happy Meals. That's all I'm saying. Then, did y'all know that the FIDA, the FD, that them cats, hold on. That FIDA, oops. So that FIDA knew, they knew that the cupcake caused adverse effects to pregnant women. They knew that. They did a study with 55 women. I think it was 50 or 55 women. 22 of them had miscarriages after taking the cupcake. And this is before they released it. So they knew what would happen, and they released that shit anyway. I'm telling you guys, all of this information that's coming out, you just can't let it fall to the wayside. You can't hear it and just be like, oh, that shit happened. You got to start, these are bullets for your for your pew gun against them. When you want to come back at them, these are actual facts that you can use against them. They didn't release this. They didn't release that. This report right here, the reason that the new liability letter is so strong, because you would be submitting this along with it. The actual report from the P.F. Heiser Bakery. What they gonna say then? That's not real? It got right down at the bottom. It says P.F. Heiser Bakery confidential. It says confidential right down there at the bottom. Y'all see that? Right up here. Where does it say right here? Cumulative, do y'all see what that says right there? Cumulative analysis, post-authorization adverse reports, BNT, that's bio in tech, right there. And then boom, on the side it has who is by. So you guys, this is them. You would submit this as well. That's not the only thing. They're releasing reports each month that you can, you need to be able to look up and gather that information up. When they start coming at you with these new mandates, you can use that against them to say that, well, they didn't release, because they can't force you to do anything. If they knew beforehand, that shows fraud. So if they try to make you do these mandates and they knew beforehand that it caused adverse effects, you challenge them, that's fraud. You challenge them on fraud, you win. That's why the cats at North Shore University won. So I'm telling you guys, this is a time you guys are going to have to get your law game up if you guys want to beat the system. You can't sit back and think that it's going to work itself out and you're going to be fine. No, they're coming after everybody. They're trying to change this whole shit. This Agenda 2030 is in full effect. The taking out of the population, they don't care. They just taking niggas out. Did y'all see the tennis player Nadal? That nigga's one of the greatest tennis player of all time, if not the greatest. And this nigga is fucked up right now. Did you see it? Nadal he's at his press conference. He was like, oh, this nigga, I mean, he couldn't even answer any questions. This nigga was falling out at the table and shit. And then the other tennis player, Djokovic, I think it's Jokic, from Australia, they vilifying that nigga because he was like, I ain't taking that shit. I don't give a fuck. He's like him, so it's Nadal and Jokic. I think they're like the two at the top to be like the greatest of all time. And he was like, no, I ain't taking that shit. I don't care if y'all kick me out of the US Open or Australia. I don't care, nigga. I'm not taking it. Nadal took it. He fucked up right now. Allegedly. He took the cupcake and he's allegedly toe up right now. So then the reason that if the FITA didn't say anything is because I know we talked about how the US government was partially responsible. They took the patent. They took partial credit on the patent for Moderneezy's cupcake. We talked about that. But that's because they put $2.5 billion, America invested $2.5 billion in the Moderneezy cupcake. So basically, the Moderneezy cupcake is America's. And you know why? Because Moderneezy, right before the Pandeezy hit, those niggas was bankrupt. They ain't had no money. So they didn't have no money to develop a cupcake. Where'd they get it from? They had no money to develop a cupcake. Got it from the good old US of A. Here you go, buddy. So it's really the US. That's why they pushing this shit so hard. Because it's the USA's Pandeezy. It's them. They got their name on it. They got their name on the patent. So, and then I told you guys about how the CEO of Moderneezy, he built the Wu-Tang lab. And sorry, Wu-Tang, I don't mean to connect y'all with this, but this is the closest I can get to it. He built the Wu-Tang lab. Not Wu-Tang, one of the greatest groups of all time. Them and Tribe Called Quest, Yin and Yang. But the Wu-Tang lab in China, this dude, the CEO of Moderneezy, he built the Wu-Tang lab 15 years ago. And then the lab he built, the Boogie V escapes, he creates a cupcake to counteract the Boogie V that was released from the lab he built, that's funded by who? That's funded by America, who also funded the goddamn cupcake, the Boogie V research. America. That's proven through the Eco Alliance Eco Alliance, that company that was over there. The NIH, they granted money to the Eco Alliance, and then the dude Eco Alliance, they funneled the money to the research over in the Wu-Tang. So you got America on both ends. America is for the boogie, for the boogie V, and then they for the cupcake on both ends. They done shelled out money for the boogie V and the cupcake. And then the CEO of Modern Easy, this nigga gets a $926 billion golden parachute. Now remember, Modern Easy was broke 2 years ago. These niggas have made like $50 billion or some shit like that. $40 billion. $50 billion in the last 2 years because of the Pandeezy, right? This nigga was like, what? Oh, great, I'm out. How much you made? Boom, I'm out. He gets $926 million for his job in bringing in the Pandeezy. So, y'all think this is not planned and this is some bullshit, and y'all better get prepared that they're trying to move this world in a different way. Now, that's the globalists. Remember, you got a battle going on. You got the globalists fighting against the nationalists. And right now, y'all niggas should try to be for the nationalists. If you don't want to choose no sides. But the only two sides are fighting right now are the nationalists and what's the name? So you better hope them niggas win. Or you sit back and wait for both of them niggas to kill off each other, and then we scoop up the pieces. That's really how that shit's supposed to go. But you can't scoop up the pieces if you don't know how the system works. That's the catch-22. You niggas want to sit back, you want to wait till the system crash. That's going to crash. That shit is on the downswing. They've gotten everybody fighting. You fighting about gender this and racial this and no cupcake this, and I mean every fucking thing. You fighting about, you can't say nothing nowadays. They got y'all niggas fighting about everything, which means the society, the foundation of a society or a country, if it's imploding, that means that country is damn near on its last leg. Look at who's running the country. If you see him, when you see him, look how feeble and weak and old he looks, and how he's on his way out. That's America. That's symbolism for the country that he's running. The nigga that nigga is the head, the symbol of the country. And this nigga is old and shook and don't remember nothing and all over the fucking place and on his way out. And the same thing is true for that country. So either you want the nationalist niggas to win and the country and they stop all the fuckery that the globalist niggas are doing, or you wait for all this shit to go to hell, which is where it's probably going, and then you scoop up the pieces. But again, for you to scoop up the pieces, you got to learn the system. Y'all need information. You can't scoop up shit if you don't know what a scoop is, or you don't know what shit is. So get out there and learn your shit. And then the CEO of Modern Easy, before he went out, this nigga said he's getting that golden parachute. But before he went out, now he complaining that they got 30 million doses of the cupcake and they got to throw them away because nobody want them. 30 million doses of the cupcake that nobody want. So that means who funded that? Remember, who's taking the hit for that? That would be America, right? Because they're the pimp daddy who funded it all, right? So that means America's taking that hit, and you think America just gonna take that hit like that? What else you think these niggas about to come up with in the next couple months that's gonna make you have to take the other 30 million doses that this nigga gotta throw away otherwise? You think he really gonna throw them away? Come on, man. This is the fuckery. And all the while they're implementing and doing all this stuff, the real information is out there for you to know. Everything that is doing to people, how many people are fighting back, how many doctors and nurses and everybody, so many people are fighting back. They just don't show you none of it on mainstream because the P.F. Hydra Bakery owns those damn channels. So please be aware that this is the only way out of this is for you to learn the system. You have to learn which way to move because it is falling on itself. And that's probably a good thing, especially for us, because the system is so fucked up at this point, it had to implode in order for you to have to start it over. It just has to start the fuck over. It's just, it's going to shit at this point. It's going to shit at this point when parents can't call their children by they, by their gender. I can't call my boy a boy because he may think, he may want to, he may have looked at a cartoon one day and he liked what was going on in the cartoon, and he said, oh, he wanted to be a girl for 2 seconds, so he felt like that. So I gotta call him a girl now because he stated that he's a girl. Get the fuck out of here. These niggas are crazy. Your child's mind changes, they change from second to second what your child wants to be. But nope. Whatever your child declares that they are in that moment, you gotta live with that for the rest of your life, and so does your child. That's what they're trying to move this shit to, and we gotta stop it. Then the cat dog cat said the monkey P. They came out and said the monkey P is strictly a sexually transmitted disease. That's what they said. The monkey P is basically sexually transmitted between who? I think we know. The LGB, but only the G. The G and the B and the LGB in the alphabet soup. The G and the B, you niggas. And they said, now, this they could, who knows, if they could be lying. They said it's not caused by casual contact. It has to be, it's through sexual transmission of fluids. That's what they said. It's not caused by skin contact. It's caused by sexual transmission of fluids. So, if you fluiding off with somebody you ain't supposed to be fluiding off with, that's what's popping. But they trying to make this thing a whole pandeezy and make you think everybody. No, first of all, no one has died. Let's get that clear. I want y'all to be aware that no one has kicked the bucket from the monkey P. Not one. Just so we're aware. No one has kicked the bucket at all. But they're not going to tell y'all that. They're going to throw these niggas with these big ass road bumps and these big ass sand dunes on their arm. They're going to throw them niggas in front of them. And you be like, oh shit, nigga. Oh, hey, nigga, where that shit at? Nope. So, sorry, the L and the G and the B, or the B and the G, whatever way y'all want to call it. Sorry, y'all, but that's y'all got to deal with that. That's strictly between y'all and whatever y'all doing. So, but still, just be careful, be out there. But apparently, though, they've come out and admitted that it's only between that community. So just making sure y'all aware. And then when I said, remember how they coming for the chillings? It's not stopped, y'all. It is not stopped. So in Britain, there's there's brochures that are going around in the schools. There's a campaign. This is crazy. Now, this brochure, a child brought home from school. I'm about to tell you what's in it. The child brought this brochure from school, and the parent was like, oh, hell no. What? The parent took a picture of it, put it on the Telegram and everything else, and people have been going crazy. The brochure is it's telling children if grown men come up to talk to you at school, strangers, if they come up to talk to you at school, don't be afraid. And then it's saying, don't scream or be scared when they come up and talk to you because that might make them feel bad. What the fuck? They are teaching the children to not be scared of pedophiles. This is crazy shit that's going on right now. They're trying to normalize that shit. This is in a brochure they gave to children at school. God damn it. Don't scream or yell. It may hurt their feelings. What? Whoever, boy. Niggas baby, see, I'm telling you right now, universe knows. Because if I had some kids right now, nigga, everybody be out. This motherfucker, if they were trying to implement this shit on my children. Everybody be out this bitch. Because they know how crazy, the universe know how crazy I am. I'm telling you right now, everybody be gone. If I had some kids and y'all was doing this shit to my kids. So I don't know how y'all niggas is sitting still. This shit's crazy. A brochure telling them not to be scared of pedophiles. Normalizing it. This is what's coming. Remember, I told you about the comprehensive sex education that they wanted to implement in the schools. They did it over in Africa first, Kenya. Then the WHO, UNESCO, which is United Nations education system, and Planned Parenthood, they all said, well, let's do that shit over here. And implemented, and remember they gave it to Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom implemented it in California. And goddamn, 27, 30 other states took it up just like that. And so there was one, it's getting so bad, now teachers are starting to quit. There was one teacher, and shout out to this sister, I don't know her name, but she talked about how she quit because she saw the agenda. She was like, 5 years ago, nobody knew anything. No one knew anything about gender identity or non-binary or nothing. She said now 50% of the kids at least are in school are trying to claim that. And she's like, this can't be normal because no, you don't go from nothing to 50% just like that. Like boom, like what the fuck? Because this is indoctrination. It's being pushed on them. And then they're saying that a lot of it is because she worked at a privileged school, like where in a rich area. And she's saying that a lot of these are white girls who are at these schools who are privileged, and then they're seeing these changes in all these other kids, and these kids are getting notoriety for it. They're getting special privilege for it. And these white girls are feeling left out, so they're claiming non-binary so that they can join this little class, this little group. And so this shit is spreading like wildfire, like it's a fad, which is what they wanted. Because it's part of the population control agenda, y'all. They got to cut you niggas down. There's too many of you niggas. Too many of you greedy ass motherfuckers, nigga. Y'all don't recycle. Y'all niggas don't eat only what you need. You throw away shit. Then you just eat up the earth's resources and just throw shit away, not thinking about the earth. All of this. So we gotta cut gang you niggas out of here. Y'all just so how many ways we can do it? Let's turn a lot of the population in on itself. Meaning you love the same as you, right? That's gonna immediately that kills reproduction. So any of you niggas who same love kills reproduction right off the bat. What's another way? Oh, let's end abortion. What did that do? That spiked an increase in women going to get the tubes tied permanently. These are young women, like in their 20s. This shit spiked like 30-something% since they overturned the ruling came out. So now women ain't gonna have kids because women think, oh, I came here to be, to express my, who I am in this life and energy without the attachment of a child. I need to be able to express who I am. I need the freedom to express who I am in this man-made world, in a world that you ain't make up. Women, most of this shit is made by men. It is. Sorry. So you want to try to prove yourself in the man's world. So that means let me leave all the feminine shit that the universe made me for. Let me leave that behind because I got to prove myself in this man-made world. Okay. Boom. Great. You not having no kids? You sure? Got it. Like, hey, fellas, we got some more. We got another one. So that's what's going on. And, you know, that's the agenda coming for your children. Please, I told you to start homeschooling. It's time to get proactive with the shit. Pull them out of the system. It's time for that. This may be the era of homeschooling. Seriously. Or an era of new type of schooling. Community schooling. Or collectives. Where you guys get together and you who are of the same mind, all of you parents who are of the same mind, you start your own collective where your children are learning the same things that you want, the things that you want them to learn about their history, about themselves, about their bodies, their health, how to keep their bodies healthy, about how to keep the earth healthy, all these different things, and as well about what the hell, how the Caucasian nigga fucked up the earth. No, I'm just playing, but how the Caucasian nigga with all the history that's going on in the earth. You teach them all that, but you gotta start, thinking outside of the box. They're coming after your children. They tried to not. They're implementing in California. They implemented the mask mandates again. They wouldn't let a little kid in school the other day because he didn't want to put a mask on, so they kicked him out of school. Then they called the parent. The parent came and he filmed everything, and was like, "This is some bullshit." And he started telling off all the damn statistics and all that. And then the principal was like, "You're right. I know. I'm sorry. I understand. I completely agree with you. I understand. This is the policy." What was that? Was that Margaret? Oh, Margaret, appreciate you. Sorry, y'all. My eyes is off today. But so the principal was like, "I agree with you, but this is coming down from on high. I can't do anything about it." You can. This is what's see, the people who are in these systems, if you refuse to do the bidding of these motherfuckers, see, they just put the order out, and then your karma, you the one who gets the karma behind the shit, not them. They don't got to do anything. Their hands are clean. Well, he didn't have to, I'm not forcing them to do it. They didn't have to do it. And you don't. But because you feel you don't want to lose your job and all this and that, you go along with the bullshit. Oh, who was that? DeMarcus Oliver. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. You go along with the bullshit. And so then that plays on your karma. You can't be like, "Well, they told me to do it." Nope. That's your ass. If you going along with the system and the bullshit that they're putting out, you cannot blame them for making you do something. No. You have the freedom to say no and go on and do something completely different. You chose to do that. It was a hard choice. May have been a hard choice, but you chose to do it. So don't think that don't think they're gonna let up on this. This is a crack scene new world order. Everything that they're trying to implement in the world is under the veil or the umbrella of the cupcake. So they're not going to let this shit go. They may let you think on the surface that they're letting it go while they're still implementing their plans, putting the Lego pieces together on the low. But their plan is not going, it's not going to plan, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know this. Their plan is fucking up. They didn't plan on how. First of all, they didn't understand the consciousness, collective consciousness. They didn't understand how we're in a new era and consciousness has awakened. And you're thinking faster, information is coming out faster. They didn't expect that the devices that they put out to control you, that you would be able to use to free yourself with. That's the balance. Anything that's used for you for one purpose, the balance is also there. So if something is there for you to control you, you can also use that same thing to free you. Just like your greatest strength can also be your greatest weakness. Just so you know. So that's in anything. So these niggas, they played their hand. They played their hand and didn't really have an understanding of the consciousness, the conscious spirit, the conscious mind. They didn't understand how You fight for freedom. Your spirit yearns to be free at the very essence. And you ain't, and nigga, when they challenge that shit, why the fuck you think everybody in the world is on some free shit right now? Because at the very root, your spirit yearns and earns to be free. So they can't stop that. And you're gonna fight back at with every goddamn drop, and that's what people all around the world are doing. I just hope you melanated people are getting involved and not letting all the goddamn Caucasians be the one that fight back, and then take all the credit when they stop the bullshit and they be like, yeah, we saved you niggers. You better kiss our fucking asses. We saved you. You didn't do any fucking thing. You sat back while you fucking ate your watermelon and watched LeBron James fucking try to go for another fucking championship which meant nothing when they were sitting back killing your children. But we saved your children, black people, so you better fucking start kissing our fucking asses, you understand? I don't want to hear any more Karens. I don't want to hear any more white supremacy shit. We saved you, you fucking nigger. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. You notice how they talking, too. I watch every channel. I watch all channels. I watch them MAGA channels. I watch all of that shit. Because a lot of those motherfuckers are nerds. So on those nerd channels, they'll still spout their political bullshit. So you gotta listen to some of that shit to get to a lot of their nerd shit. And that's how they think. They think you niggas ain't out here doing nothing. That's exactly how they think. Y'all out here, y'all got blinders on. And they're the ones saving America. Come on, white man, let's save America. So don't let them take the credit for saving you. You better jump in this goddamn fight and learn what you need to learn. Then, real quick, Uganda, I told y'all, Uganda put out a video where they looking for investors. I told y'all about that. Mike Swagger, appreciate you, brother. That's right, facts, baby. Uganda put out a video. They said, yep, we open to investors, baby. We all that. So, if you haven't researched Uganda, please do your research on Uganda if you got some money to invest, or if you can get with some people to invest some money. Do that. Figure that shit out. That is the new wave. They're looking for investors in Uganda. They said this is the new future. They said it's $12 trillion that they found. That was their estimate? Nope. Market Watch, whose job is to watch the market price for stocks and commodities, they estimated the find at 17.23 trillion. So, that's right. Appreciate you again, Mike Swagger. 17.23 trillion. So, and then they said, we looking for investors. What y'all want to do? And then they showed how the people were mining over there in the red dirt, just finding shit. So, also, their other biggest import is coffee. So if you can invest in either gold or coffee export coming out of Uganda. Man, y'all better expand your mind on what's going on, because America is getting ready to kick the bucket. Especially when the dollar crashed. And that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Make sure y'all going out there. Who was that? Oh man. Sorry. I didn't see it pop up. Appreciate you. The moderators, can you thank the person for me? And thank my moderator. Thank my moderators. I appreciate y'all, man. But the gold and silver, I hope y'all stacking. They're saying it's going to be a minute. They hope they're lulling y'all to sleep. So every month until this jump off, you'll be pressing up some gold. If you don't have enough money to stack a bunch at once, do a little bit at a time. $50 here, $100 there, silver and gold. Because again, when all this shit crashes, that's going to rise. Your money will be worth more than when you paid for it. You know, as if it doesn't. And if the system crashes, we're not hoping for it to crash, because we don't really want that. But Mahari John, oh, thank you, brother. We don't really want that to happen. However, you'd rather be prepared than not be prepared, right? So in case that happens, and then also gold and silver always rises. You know, usually it goes up. It falls at every now and then, especially if the dollar rises, then the gold and silver will go down. But right now, nigga, the dollars, the dollar's on some bullshit. So you just want to have it as security. That's just going to be, it's always, gold and silver has always been exchanged throughout cultures, throughout history. So it's been money since the beginning, damn near since the beginning. And that's why the Anunnaki actually came here. So if gold and silver is good for the Anunnaki, then it's good enough for your ass. Go get some. And don't let them flip the system without you, without you being prepared. And please don't keep your money at your house. I hope I don't gotta say that. Don't keep your money at y'all house, niggas. That's rule number one. Everybody know that. Anything that you got real valuable, don't keep that shit at your house. Find another place to keep that shit. So, all right, and then the last thing I want to talk about, California signed a bill, or Gavin Newsom signed a bill, what most people think is about reparations. And it's not. He signed a bill that authorizes a committee to do research on the history of slavery, of slaves. Basically starting with the people who work for the California government, which is like the melanated people who work for the California government, which I think is about 2,500 people. Excuse me. So he's authorizing, he signed a bill that authorizes him to do research on the history of, of the lineage of melanated people born, right? So now the lady who's in charge of getting this bill implemented, she's not the one who wrote it. She's the one who's in charge of getting it implemented. She's the runner of it. She's the one senator. She wrote it. Now this lady, she's taking it. This lawyer, she's taking it, and she's carrying the baton or the football. She's trying to carry it into the end zone, right? So she was on MSNBC, and she was talking to one brother. I think this one brother is from the Root newspaper. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I think he is. I think I've seen him on the Root. But they were going back and forth. He was saying that the initiative didn't go far enough. That he wanted, because what it said was that reparations would only go to people whose ancestors were slaves before 1900, or who were free before 1900, right? And that's only in California. So that authorizes, and that they're going to start the research with the people in California government. Now, when she was on this newspaper, on MSNBC, who was that? Nicole, thank you. Appreciate you. Everybody hitting that super chat. You know I love y'all, man. So she's on MSNBC, and the brother said, well, it doesn't go far enough. Why is it only dealing with, people, who before 1900, who were enslaved before 1900, or who were free before 1900. Basically, it's found what Tariq Nasheed would call foundational black Americans. And so he was like, it doesn't go far enough. What about the people who were who suffered in Jim Crow and who had redlining and all the rest of that? You know what I'm saying? So he was like, those people need compensation too, right? So she broke out. She said, reparations for a single race is unconstitutional. Just like I done told you niggas, but I don't know, but telling y'all for I don't know how long, how many years, she went right on MSNBC and said it. Reparations for a single race is unconstitutional. They've already ruled on that. And it's against it in the 14th Amendment. Y'all niggas ain't gonna get no reparations as niggas. So y'all gonna have to go in as a class, you're gonna have to classify yourself as this, and then they're really gonna have to get, for them to implement that, they gotta get the taxpayers to go behind that shit. The money's gonna come from the taxpayers. Y'all realize that? Most of them is Caucasian motherfuckers be like, nigga, I ain't giving you shit, nigga. I ain't giving you a motherfucking dime, nigga. So what, my motherfucking ancestors strung your motherfucking ass? I don't give a shit. You ain't getting nothing, nigga, from me. Now, with a lot of y'all, we talked about before, a lot of them Caucasians who y'all be claiming, who y'all think ancestors owned slaves, owned your people, they didn't. Them niggas their ancestors were slaves too. Where they money gonna be coming from? That's why it was ruled against for a certain race of people. Because they could easily, as white people, go claim reparations because they were stolen and brought over here too. which is why I've been telling y'all, you got to reclaim your nations. Forget the reparations. Reclaim your nations. You are aboriginal. This is your land. You own this goddamn land. You don't need a goddamn check from these bitch ass niggas. You want your land back. However, that's if you want to go that route. That's not the route that I talk about going, because you got to deal with a whole lot of bullshit. You got to reclaim your status. Now, you should reclaim your status anyway, because anything that comes after that, you can put under your status and the government can't mess with it. But I mean, trying to go back and get some shit that your ancestors had before that you didn't have nothing to do with. You didn't make it. You didn't build it. It wasn't your land. You're the ancestor. I know you said, well, I would have had a better place in life if my land was given to me. Well, the universe didn't give you that. That's not the position you in, which means you wasn't supposed to have it like that. That's how that goes. You gain, the energy is like this. You up and then you down. Up and then you, that's how the pendulum swings and swings back and forth. You're not always going to have shit. So meaning that even though we were in possession of the land back then, we weren't always going to be in possession of the land, because everything changes. More and more people become on the earth. More and more combinations of people come on the earth, which means there's more people who need more land, which means for you to think that you was going to keep that land the whole goddamn time without being conscious of how you're doing it, then it wasn't going to happen. Your ancestors gave the land away to a lot of these niggas, especially the Cherokee. If y'all know about that, the Cherokee, them motherfuckers signed it over, which is my ancestors. I'm Cherokee and Lenape. So them niggas just said, here you go, my nigga. Sign the land over. The niggas who signed the land over, the other Cherokees killed them bitch ass niggas for sure for signing over the land. But the land was already, the damage was done. It wasn't the Caucasians who did it. It was their niggas. It was the motherfuckers running the tribe, running the nation at the time. They signed over the Cherokee land and saying we got kicked out and them niggas got killed. But you need, right now, there's so many ways for you to regain land. So many easy ways for you to regain land. For you to try to go back and think that these niggas gonna give you your land back without you understanding who you are and who you were and your proper status. And even if you come back like that, then they've had this motherfucker for so long. You think these niggas ain't gonna be dipping and dodging and Heisman in your ass and trying to doing that to try to get away from your ass, try to get that land back? No, the universe moves forward. It does not go back. For you to keep trying to go back and get some old shit, that is a waste of energy. New energy is easier. You can go to governmentauction.com and buy land, and then with your if you change your status to aboriginal, you can put that land in a trust, an aboriginal trust, where the government can never fuck with that land ever again. You see how much easier that is than trying to go and motherfucking fight the government for your land? It's land all the way out here. It's land every fucking where. I told you I lost out on 47 acres for $3,500. $3,500. 47 acres of land went for $3,500. I bid it. I bid $2,500. A nigga came in and bid $1,000 more than me, and I didn't see the notice, and I lost out on the land. That's how I lost. But governmentauctions.com, governmentauction.com, or you can put it with an S. It's either one, government auctions with an S or governmentauction.com. These niggas selling land twice a week. They have 2 land sales twice a week. You can go buy that land. Land cheap as $500. The minimum bid is $100. Just so y'all know, I'm just giving y'all one place to go buy land. Minimum bid for land is $100. That's just one thing. But you can reacquire, you can get land today easy. Put that land in an aboriginal trust, and they can never touch it after that. Then leave. Now you have something now to leave to your lineage. We didn't put that stuff, we didn't put our land in a trust like that. When we did, that's a little different. We did put our land in a trust. That's what America actually is, but that's a higher science. That's a higher science. That's why you can go get your land back ultimately, because your land is in trust to the United States government. They are trustees of your land. However, that works for you That works for you when you truly are getting the knowledge in your system and getting into your laws. There are, like I said, way easier ways for you to get that back. Still learning your status, still claiming your aboriginal status, your aboriginal history, but that still holds power in the future. Stop not going back in the past and try to reclaim shit. You can do that. I've done it. Watch how hard that shit is. Them niggas is, they doing this and doing this. Whereas tomorrow, right now, you can go to governmentauction.com and buy 5,000 acres of land. If you had a trust, you could put it in a trust right now and boom. You see how easy that would be? So that's all I'm saying. Your reparations, you guys are sitting out here waiting for reparations. You want restitution. That's what you really want. If you really want to go with the government for something, remember it's restitution. Before they came and wiped you out, they wiped our melanated cities out that we had after the Reconstruction era. You had so many flourishing melanated cities. We had 163 banks. We had thousands of businesses. Man, we were killing the game. Y'all know about the one Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, Tulsa, but there was way more than those. We were killing the game. They saw that because we had all of the skills after the Reconstruction, all of the slaves, the nigga slaves had all of the skills. And so we brought those skills into our little communities and we started building those communities up. And they were like, shit, we done lost our labor and we ain't got no skills over here. So they had to go take our shit out. They had to take the foundation of our shit out, or we would have built up a community or a system that was way bigger and more fortified than theirs. They saw the writing on the wall. So they had to take that out. So what you want to do, and they know they've done that. They've apologized for it in Congress. Oh, sorry, our bad. We didn't mean to do. We're sorry. We're so sorry. You forgive us, please? No, motherfucker. No, I'm gonna give you a bitch ass. So you want restitution to be restored to the place where you were before they took your ass out, before they started flooding all these melanated cities and dropping bombs on our melanated cities. So you want restitution, which means to be restored. Just so you know, reparations, the true reparations it means to be restored to one's own homeland, to one's own land. So you really have to reclaim your status if you want reparations, true reparations. To be restored to one's own land. That's the etymology of reparations, to repair. So that ain't what you want. That ain't where you at right now. You want restitution. Until you start changing your status and reclaiming your aboriginal status, you niggas can't claim reparations. You can claim restitution though. We can be restored to where we were on the come up before they started fucking us and started taking our communities out, because they knew our communities were going to be built up way bigger than theirs. So that's all I'm saying. California reparations is on some bullshit. They're saying this starts the journey to be able to understand how reparations can become. Like, nigga, this starts the journey to understand eventually how reparations in the future, in the very, 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 very far future, that it can be thought about in that future to be implemented sometime, decided on, millennial. Like, nigga, they just gonna keep going out. You ain't getting shit ever. That's what this shit is. You ain't getting nothing ever. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you got to learn the system. A lot of you guys have already been buying the religious exemption cards. You guys you've been buying. You know how they coming for us. Learn this system, y'all. I promise you. All the volunteers, man, we've gotten so many volunteers in the last 2 weeks. It's crazy. Everybody, if you have volunteered, be patient with us. Fill out the questionnaires and everything that we send you. The little pop quizzes and stuff, just to see where, the reference quizzes to see where your knowledge is of the law. Please fill that stuff out and we will get to you. Just be patient. It's a lot of people who we have to interview, because we only want the best in the game, baby, the most motivated. You don't got to know the law, but we want the best. We want the most motivated to change their, to change their system, to change their people's system. So that's what we want. Make sure y'all get out and get that package. This is what you're keeping make sure you get this is what you keep in your car. You tell them, I don't answer questions. You hand them this and you say, I don't answer questions, Popo, Mr. Police Officer. And make sure you got your camera on when you do that. And always never answer questions from the Popo, but you can ask them questions. Always ask them questions about your rights and the violation of your rights. So that's right there. You keep this. It's the package you keep in your car. Constitutional rights card. Let the police know what your rights are and what will happen if they violate those constitutional rights. Qualified immunity. They lose that qualified immunity when they knowingly violate your constitutional rights. That's why you get them on camera doing it, or you tell them first before you do it. You're in violation. You're in danger of violating my constitutional rights. Get them on camera. Boom. Then they can't deny it once you get them in court, and they try to say, "Well, I didn't know. I didn't know I was violating his constitutional rights." Well, and then the judge will be like, "What? We have it right here at 2:37 in the video where he's telling you you're in danger of violating penal code section blah, 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 blah. Did you not check up on that, officer? You have a duty as someone who's sworn to uphold the Constitution to make sure you don't violate this person's constitutional rights. Did you do that, officer? No, I did not. Boom. All right, gotcha. That's how that worked. Because right here at the bottom, if you guys can see that, this is a case right here. It says Owens versus City of Independence. It says a municipality has no immunity from liability under a civil rights claim flowing from its constitutional violations and may not assert the good faith of its officers as a defense to such liability. That means they can't say, I didn't know. That's what that means. I didn't know, especially if you got them on camera. So, this is what you keep in your car. Tell them to the Popo, you ain't messing with them. You don't answer questions. This should be your study guide right here. All you should be learning this. I'm telling you, 1 million Johnny Cochrans. We moving towards that, y'all. Please, please don't get left behind and be the 1,000,001 Johnny Cochran. Because who knows what happens to that nigga. You want to get in on that million. So right here, Know Your Rights. The Know Your Rights manual lets you know everything that traffic stops and police stops, what you need to know right there. Then get that bond. If they keep coming after you, get that bond. That police insurance. It's either a bond or insurance that police officers have to have in order to be on duty. So they don't have liability that falls back on the city. So boom, right here, you can place a claim on that bond if they violate your constitutional rights, because the bond is tied to their oath of the Constitution, for the Constitution. So as soon as they violate that constitutional right, boom, they lose the bond. That's just how it goes. Then right here, get your Cliff Notes in. A lot of you are ordering these flashcards and loving it. I'm glad it's working for y'all, because I was trying to figure out how to teach you guys the law the best, and this seems like the best way. One of the best ways. You guys like the cards, so get out there and get the cards, especially the law and government cards, because a lot of y'all didn't know shit about the government. The government. Most of y'all don't know shit about the government, and then crying that it ain't working for you. Well, shit, it's not gonna work for you if you don't know how it works. So make sure you get the damn card. And then, in the package, only for today and tomorrow, only, you can get the liability card. I will put the liability card in the package. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, you will get the package, the vaccine, the cupcake, adverse effects, and liability notice. This lets your employers know that you are exempt from those based on everything that's come out from the cat, dog, cat. And if they still force you to get a cupcake, they are responsible for compensation. They are liable for compensation in anything that happens to you because of them forcing you to get the cupcake. And so they're also liable for every second the cupcake remains within your body. That's in the notice. So then you already know it comes with the P.F. Heiser Bakery menu. This is the recipe book that shows them everything that happened to a lot of all them people who tested their cupcakes. What happened? They had this little stomach ache, just a little bit. You know, ain't nothing too bad. Just a couple of niggas threw up. You know, just a couple niggas threw up. Well, okay, one nigga eye fell out, but damn, you gotta expect a nigga eye to fall out when, you know what I'm saying, when you taking some new shit. Oh, okay, look, the nigga teeth fell out and the nigga tongue split in half, but goddamn, that's the only. Just keep going down. Okay, the nigga tongue split in half and the nigga leg fell off, but damn, that's it. So, boom. Right out of the PF Hydra Bakery's own menu, right there. They can't talk. They can't fuck with you on this. They cannot dispute this. They can dispute everything else, but the cupcake you want me to eat, this is the ingredients of the cupcake, and this is what happened to the people who ate the cupcake. So, and then also on the website we have the new religious exemption that breaks down the how the cupcake is made with fetal cell, aborted fetal tissue. So if you got a strong religious aversion to that because you believe in life, you pro-life, and you believe life should be flourished and cultivated everywhere, then boom, it's right here. So got that for y'all. Got so many ways for y'all to try to fight back. It's up to you guys to get it. Learn though. We can only create so many products for you guys to learn. We can't make you learn. So please get up there and learn this information yourself. And make sure you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org to volunteer. We can teach you the law. We're teaching everybody the law for free, but you got to be motivated and come to us. And once you teach the law, and once you learn the law, then you can go out and represent the Know Your Rights Foundation in your community. As well as be a part of this new movement that we're doing right now. And also if you have skills, if you got computer graphic skills or anything like that, we need, if you know any animation, anything about animation, because we want to create animated videos for for our police stops and stuff like that. If you know anything about animation stuff, please get at me. We're trying to expand this whole thing to let everybody know that you can assert your rights, and these police officers do have no power over you. The system doesn't have any power over you if you assert your rights. All right, that's it for me. I'm about to get out of here. I love y'all, man. Don't let this bullshit happen. We have all the power to fight back if you get out there and do it. Don't let the Caucasians be the ones to sit back here and say, I saved you, niggers. I saved you. I did. I saved you. You didn't know anything. I was in the courts. I was marching. I was announcing it from the rooftops. What did you do, nigger? Kiss my ass. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. I'm out at y'all next week. Oh, make sure you go watch the Naga Nerds. The Naga Nerds episode where I'm breaking down that Avatar. That's a hell of a damn episode. I'm breaking it down, y'all. I'm telling you. The Avatar is a hell of a goddamn show with so much involved in it. I'm breaking that shit down on the Naga Nerds channel. Just type it in, go back to the last Naga Nerds video I did on this channel, the Reelnagas channel. Scroll down, look for the thumbnail that says the Naga Nerds. In the description box, there is a link to the Naga Nerds channel. All right, if you just don't want to type it in the search bar and look for it, that's where the link will be. I will eventually put the link in this description box, but I got to do other shit, so I don't know how fast I'm going to do that. So make sure that's where you can go find it, but check it out. All right, I'm out of here. About to give me some food. Peace.